I am not a lawyer, and this is not legal advice. Now, I'm often asked about copyright, and it's a strange subject, and people have strange ideas about it. When you were young, you didn't like the kid next to you copying your test answers, so you shielded your work from them so they couldn't see. This is the essence of copyright, making sure that the guy next to you doesn't profit from your hard work. And that means the homework that you did, learning French verbs, or your years of learning how to write and paint and create images and stories that people want to buy. It may also be the time and effort you've put into a new invention, but that tends to be covered by patent law. Now, you cannot copyright an idea. If you have a great idea for a novel, then go and write it. Don't tell people about it. Until you've publicly published your work, it is still only an idea, and anyone else can take your idea and make a work out of it. Ideas float around in the air, and I've often had ideas and taken a synopsis to a publisher to be told that they bought almost the very same idea the week before. Oscar Wilde said, "Talent borrows, genius steals." Talent regurgitates the same old stuff, but a genius mashes the things up that they've stolen in new ways and presents something entirely new. And importantly, genius gets on and does the work and actually makes the book or the artwork. Genius doesn't stand around talking about it. Often I'll be talking about writing or drawing, and someone will say something offhand that just triggers off a chain of ideas in my head. And then that person says, "Oh, I'll have 10% of that idea." Well, they're welcome to it. In fact, they're welcome to 100% of it if they do something with the idea themselves. I'm the one who actually takes the idea and has the vision of how it can be created and exploited. And I need paying for my time and experience. Frequently, you'll see a website plastered with copyright notices. Those signs really put me off, and I immediately click away to something else. It's usually very mediocre artwork done by someone who's immature and anxious about the quality of their work. The copyright notices seem to say, "These images are copyright. Move away from the artwork and put your hands behind your head. The copyright police have been alerted and are on their way." As a general rule of thumb, the more copyright notices you see, the worse the artwork is. So what does that person think they're going to do if a website in China copies their work? Are they really going to sue them? Copyright is an intangible legal entity. The moment you create a work of art or write a string of words and put them in a particular order, like a book or an essay, you own the copyright in it. But only in countries that have copyright laws, or countries that reciprocate the copyright laws of your country. In the UK, where I live, copyright in literary, dramatic, musical or artistic works lasts for 70 years after the author's death, so their family or benefactors get to exploit the work for a good while too. And you might want to put a copyright symbol and the date of creation on your work to say, "This is when it was made, and I made it." But if it comes to a court of law, you will have to provide real proof that you made it on or before that date. Stuffing it in a recorded envelope and sending it to yourself might help a little, but not a lot. You do not have to pay for copyright. It exists the moment the work is made. Anyone who asks you for money to copyright your material is making money for old rope. When you sell a painting or a manuscript, you still own the copyright. Copyright is a different entity to the physical instantiation of the work. You need to make this clear to the buyer. You can sell the copyright as well, but ask for more money, especially if they're going to sell 1 million t-shirts with your design or print a best-selling book with your words. You are always best if you can afford it and can stand up to the person waving cash in your face to let them have a license for a set amount of time, for a straight cash deal, or for a royalty on each item of your work that is reproduced and sold. Now, are you going to worry yourself sleepless over all this? Go to law over copyright, and even if you win, only the lawyers will get paid. you will be destitute for the rest of your life, paying all the legal bills. If you're Disney and have billions invested in creative work and you have your own lawyers, then it probably makes sense to go to law, but mostly to terrify those who would copy Disney into thinking again. But if you just painted a picture of a street scene or an apple, then relax. It's just not worth worrying about. If you put good images up on the internet, they are going to be copied. If you don't want them copied, don't put them on the internet. Keep them to yourself, put them in a locked drawer where no one will ever see them. When words and images were easy to control and copying was expensive and easy to detect, copyright worked just fine. But now copying is so easy and almost impossible to police. Solid copyright enforcement on the internet will destroy all the good things about the internet and make it, if not worthless, then certainly worth less. Musicians were first hit with MP3s and the iPod, and authors are now being hit by ebooks, and I'm sure artists are going to be hit in some way too quite soon. So the reality of copyright is changing. Copyright law has already evolved to allow for mashups, and the Creative Commons allows you to designate work as copyright free, as in do what you like with it, but please credit the author or creator. This allows for ideas to spread and cross-fertilise, and new, better and popular things are created as many people add their bit to make something new and robust. They then have to find alternative ways to exploit the new work or idea. The world is changing fast, and I fear that creative people will have to find new ways to support themselves as the world is flooded with ebooks and art on the internet. I guess it's kind of a new stage in evolution, and if you let yourself get obsessed by copyright, I fear you may well get washed away in the digital tsunami that has only just begun developing speed and power. You are best to just have fun and enjoy what you do for art's sake, or if you want to make your living out of it, either be a genius or start looking for some higher ground, high above the waves that had started to crash around us. There will be a lot of copyright lawyers drowning in the swell too, and copyright is not going to be the lifebelt that saves creative souls like you and me. Relax, just make the work and make it as best as you can. Well, I hope you enjoyed my personal view of copyright. And while that's sinking in, why not watch this video about where I think ideas come from? Or take your chances with the mystery drawing video. Either way, make sure you're subscribed for more weekly drawing and advice. And in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.